Hello, and welcome to Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm your host, confidant, and sweet boy, Michael Sharpe. I'm here with Ataria.
Hello.
Karl.
Hello, I quite like the intro.
Thank you. Thank you. Richard.
I was on time and had all of my things with me.
And Lake Olay.
Yeah.
So how are you guys?
On time. Sorry, I just never get to say that.
Well, we were late, so we don't actually know if you're on time.
Yeah, that's true. 3:01, baby.
No, 3 flat.
3?
Oh.
Oh my god. Yes, I was here.
I don't know, time is relative, so everyone else is early.
You are on my team.
Relative to us at the same speed.
Yes, it's true.
So we've got a little bit something different.
We're a science podcast now.
Yeah. What does E equal?
Square.
In what formula?
What does E equal?
Oh, snap.
Ecstasy. Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
MC
squared. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You said M squared.
Is that that's not the theory of relativity, is it?
I don't know. I just know it from the Simpsons.
It is?
Yes, energy equals mass something squared.
Consumption squared.
Oh lord,
Not
guys, let's not.
But we do have something a bit like science questions lined up for you guys. Questions from you guys. It's fantasy science, guys. Welcome.
That is Silver's jam. It's fantasy science.
And because it's Silver's jam, and because I forgot my book, Richard, you have the questions.
I do have the question.
Any spring out of you? Any?
Well, what's the Lich up to these days? Silver doesn't even know who the Lich is, so...
The Lich. As far as you guys know, there is no Lich.
Right.
Good.
But, there could be. He could be running the library. He could be,
There's
watching you while you're
somewhere.
sleeping.
There's always
He
a
knows
Lich.
when you're awake.
Is he Santa Claus?
He's Santa Claus.
Oh, he's gonna bring us presents.
Yeah. Presents,
Death.
eternal life,
Death.
and undeath.
I'm so
finger
ready for
of
the
death.
Lich.
Yeah, he's actually a prostate doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Not a gift that I need or want.
I mean,
Yeah.
you are a male
No, yeah, you're a
elf,
boy, right?
so you kind of do need to do that.
Yeah, the next episode we're recording is called
Bubbles to the...
Bubbles, Kiiron, and Silver go to the doctors. I've got a question. Does Silver have an asshole?
Well, that's quite the question.
I mean, he's got a penis, right?
Like, Silver would
No.
have...
no, he did.
No, Silver has a penis. It's kept in a large
Yeah.
velvet box at home.
Yeah.
The children bring it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's huge. Why did it 6 kids? It's like a coffin. It's huge. Silver would have an exhaust port.
Yep.
I don't know if it would strictly be in the area the asshole normally is.
Where would it be located?
This is a cesspool of sin.
Put it in the wrist so you can, like, Spider-Man.
What is
Warforged
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, he shoots web.
He does.
And this is meant to be in place of an asshole.
Okay, but Silver doesn't defecate. It's just, I don't know, grease and
He doesn't eat anything either.
Warforged juice, whatever.
I don't like the images that are being conjured in my mind presently.
When he needs to
do.
replace his coolant.
Yeah. When I need an oil change, I just spray my oil all over whatever needs to be lubricated, and then I pour more in.
Like, what color is your coolant?
It's good. I've never seen it. It was all in me when I started.
Yeah.
He's only
Now,
4 days old now.
4
days.
and a
Yeah.
half days old.
Yeah.
He needs an oil change every month.
Every 40,000 Ks.
So,
Every K so far.
Like, that's gonna be
a great episode.
That's the
Quite
mechanic.
the episode.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Get some dwarves, they'll chuck me up on a hoist. Yeah.
Oh, your green
Rattle guns.
coolant.
Get some spinners.
But
Yes.
yeah, that's what the Lich is up to.
That's what Good, that teaches Silver nothing. Am I reading these in order?
Any order you like, whatever jumps out at
Who
you.
has the smallest penis?
In
Would
my
it be a
head
girl?
canon, no.
You know.
0 is 0. 0 is non-existent.
It's a placeholder.
Make it interesting.
What
Yeah.
if I keep mine in a
Math.
velvet box, alright? What if it's really large and home?
No, I would say that probably Jim Jar has the smallest penis, or Rond.
Or
Head.
Bubbles.
Yeah, how does Bubbles'
Why?
physiology work?
Yeah.
How does Bubbles' physiology work?
Like, is she just did the body that got resurrected just grow cat ears?
So all that remained of Bubbles' original form was the tail, and yes, it grew cat ears, as well as having her normal ears.
Yay.
And the tail got attached to
But she's no longer a she.
no.
I just
No.
have a front tail.
Yes.
And in fact,
That leaks.
like a helicopter.
All systems go, buddy. I'm in it. Yep. Yes, because the first thing I did after, running over to Jim Jar was to, show off my new bod. Poor thing, he's quite short, and I am not.
Jim, you have traumatized Jim Jar.
Bubbles has
Jim Jar is
traumatized
my
every
best
single NPC she's come across.
I mean, like, the intention's good, but hashtag me too.
I actually have a question for Bubbles.
I wish there wasn't.
Like, is there anyone that Bubbles actually hates?
no, just a lot of people who hate Bubbles. Just a lot of people.
Because like you're super friendly
Are
to
we the
everyone.
bad
Like,
guys?
I mean, goodness is relative.
Like time?
Yeah, I would say your intentions can be good. Can be good.
Way to hell.
But in putting those intentions into action, currently not yet. The good guys.
we've done such good things.
Name 5 good things you've done.
Freed the prisoners.
What?
Freed the prisoners.
You left 2 of them chained up.
They bit
Another
me.
one you tried to fight to the death, and another one you pushed into the water.
Silver hasn't done anything strictly bad.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. Apart from, child soldiers.
Yeah,
Which you have referenced them as child soldiers.
Yeah, but it's relative.
Oh, yeah. And
Way
you know,
cooler and more aerodynamic and shit now.
trying to pay people with meth.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Right. So
Fine.
we saved the prisoners.
That's not one.
That is totally
That
one.
is not one.
Yeah.
It's barely.
We didn't kill
How many
a small
prisoners
child.
got out of there? Jim Jar.
Yeah, but that was Boja.
So should you too.
Boja.
No, so she's dead.
Yeah, I know, but you got some of the way.
Yeah, but I count saving them as getting them out of the Underdark.
That wasn't our fault though. That was Databa. Yes. Okay, so we didn't kill a small child. We took him for some candy.
You tried to kill a small child. No, you actually killed a small child and he got healed. He was bleeding out.
Oh,
You chomped down on his
did.
arm. Okay, I'm still waiting for one.
Nope.
Okay, wait.
Silver runs a really, good.
We saved Penny.
Drug addicts rehabilitation.
I
program.
don't count
Yeah,
that as
I would count
don't
that.
count that
I
as
would
a
count
good
that.
thing.
I mean, like, they're not addicted to drugs anymore. I would count that as neutral.
I'm a
actually.
community leader.
So, we've
I
got
made a
one
nice
neutral, no goods.
I killed a demon. Demons are bad, and I killed a demon.
It wasn't a demon. It was not
It was there, and then I shot it, and it was dead.
No.
It was.
No.
It was.
Teach
No.
Silver about life.
I made a potential friend of Delvin.
That's true.
Oh,
I mean, like, you don't consider him a friend. Like, he considers you a friend,
Yes.
but
He's-
Kiiron does not.
He's warmer than other people.
That's true.
Yes.
That is true. He's your little sushi.
I would consider
Sex
Bubbles
thing.
good.
Hey,
No.
my little sushi.
It was a reference to Ratatouille.
Is that a sex thing?
Yes. Okay. That is.
God. We're sinners. This is just...
So, we're
Bubbles
still
is
waiting
good.
on one.
Yeah, I would consider Bubbles good.
How? Yep. How?
Like, overall,
I would consider Bubbles chaotic random.
I would consider Bubbles chaotic friendly. There's a difference between nice and good.
Yeah. Friendship at any cost.
Something like that.
In fact, I'd probably consider Kiiron the goodest of you all.
Yes,
Great.
definitely.
It's
And-
only because
and
I've
the
not done anything bad.
And
No,
and
because you
Kiiron
have
is just-
stopped them eating sentient creatures.
Oh, yeah,
Kiiron
that's
is just
bad.
the most neutral of us.
Yeah.
I comforted Jimja in the dark, horrible prison.
You did kill Still, though.
Yeah.
Repeatedly.
It wasn't this.
You abandoned Bupido.
Unintentionally, I did.
You
want him.
said Team Bupido stool. And guess what? You let them both down.
You know what? Actually, has anyone physically killed anyone yet? And Bupido
you've
would still be alive,
killed
right?
Databa's brother.
And I killed Stool. And
Yeah.
Killed a demon.
My goodness.
I've also killed many children on a technicality.
You know what? You're right. I'm in the clear. Conscience, fine.
So,
The gang makes Bubbles commit a murder.
Is Bupido still alive?
is Bupido still alive?
Yeah.
What's a Bupido?
What was the
Yeah,
last thing you
Pokemon.
remember happening to Bupido? Bupido is the Darrow who,
No, Bupido died.
No, he didn't.
I don't know. He's not on my list. He's
Remember,
not here.
he turned invisible.
He's not on the list, therefore he doesn't exist.
He got
No.
crushed in a cave, and I took his
Oh, he
staff.
did, didn't he?
Took his staff.
that wasn't Bupido.
That wasn't Bupido.
No.
Bubbles, that's theft. That's theft.
He was dead.
No, that wasn't
They weren't
Bupido.
No.
using it.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that?
If anything, it's tomb rob.
Didn't Bupido,
Although it wasn't
like,
really a tomb.
go
I'm
to the
pretty sure
city
that's
as well?
Grave robber.
Then he followed us.
If anything,
You have no idea.
Gentle loot.
Yeah.
The last you saw of Bupido, you were fighting him and he went invisible.
And then he turned invisible, right?
No. I was writing it
It's
down.
like that cannibal. We're just like, there was probably a body. It's definitely dead.
Yeah. I can see him. I mean, someone killed him, right? I mean, like, that's what just happened
If I,
to Darrow. when
didn't
they
see
died.
a head get separated from a body, that person is still 100% alive.
So,
What was he again?
he was a Darrow.
Yeah.
Bupido, the Darrow.
Right. What was it? What's a Darrow?
A Darrow is like
Ah.
a mix between a deep gnome and a Dauga. They're like
Alright.
small, vicious, insane creatures.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, I thought he was quite sweet, actually.
He's possibly alive.
What? We befriended each other, kind of. I don't know.
He threw me off a bridge.
Yeah. Oh, well.
He did try.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he throw you off the bridge?
Because I was going to try and leave him in the cell.
No.
I strangled him the first time I
You
met him.
tried to strangle him in his sleep.
Why did he throw you off a bridge? I don't know, self-defense.
But then, that's why I think Ginger has the smallest penis.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about?
And then, on the other side of that coin, who has the biggest feet?
Definitely Lolf. I mean, she has fucked your group more than anyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I could have Silver Ink build me a larger peak. I could, have Silver Ink's headquarters technically be
You
a
could.
giant Warforged.
You could, but Lolf could technically just have the abyssal plane she's from. Fuck. Dick style. The material plane.
I need to build a single Warforged the size of a plane. Okay. I'm ready to go shopping again for some map.
But I would say, like, metaphorical, Lolf. Definitely Lolf.
But, like,
physical.
physically.
Physical, would... I don't know. It's a hard one. I don't know.
Ha.
Yeah. Hard or soft? Are they showers or growers?
I think in this realm it's all about the showing.
Okay, then it's definitely Amish.
Yeah.
Armig.
Amex.
I know. It's him.
The yellow
Oh, the
rainbow.
dwarf cat.
Yeah, he, the shimmering rainbow captain.
You can tell because he's got this massive codpiece.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like folded, like the codpiece goes round onto his, like, up his spine.
Oh, it's like a predator, like mounted
Yeah.
shoulder cannon.
Yeah.
See, I think it'd be hilarious if it was Silver's daddy. I think that would be.
Daddy.
I think
You, you guys haven't actually approached Silver's daddy.
No, but we saw him. Was he naked at one point?
No, he was.
What?
He was in the council.
I don't know.
We saw him when he was in the council.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fixing
Like,
it.
And he said,
yeah,
"Be
and then I
quiet,
thought
Daddy's
like
working."
I thought he like got like exploded backwards.
Yeah, but
Yes.
why did he was still close.
I know, but I thought maybe his clothes burned off.
I mean,
Wow,
like,
we're-
thought and wished are
We're
different.
seeing a glimpse into
Which brings us on to our next thing. Wish. You forgotten about that?
Nope,
if
haven't
you
forgotten.
die
Yes,
holding a wish
yes.
that you don't use,
Yes.
it's going to be just the biggest waste.
Won't it, though?
You'll get minus 10 to all of your
Honestly.
rolls for rolling for your
Honestly,
character stats.
On your deathbed, just wish for the first thing that comes to your head.
I get a deathbed? That's
Well, we
so
can
nice.
No, when you're dying.
As you're
Yeah,
falling
yeah.
as you're falling off the cliff, looking up to see leftish has pushed you,
Yes.
in that moment, you just yell out whatever's in your head at that point and wish for it.
Yes. No, I haven't forgotten that I have wish, but I'm scared of the ramifications of wish because
Well, that's how wish is meant to work.
yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to use it
I mean,
on something
you
little.
can use it completely without
You
Like,
can. You can do
worrying if
Man,
you
I
duplicate
wish I
a
woke
spell.
up 10 minutes
Yep.
earlier this morning. And then somewhere there's a hurricane and somewhere someone
You
dies.
can cast resurrection with wish. You can
Yeah.
make life wish.
Oh, yeah.
Harmlessly.
Yeah.
I don't have anyone.
She's
I
like,
can bring
I
back.
wish I had have known that.
Yeah.
Preemptively bring yourself back to life. Just give yourself like a Mario style 1-up.
Oh,
Then
no,
when you
I...
die. You
Like the moment you use that wish, a whole butterfly effect is gonna happen. Like it's Ashton Kutcher is gonna turn up. He's gonna stab his hands in the classroom, and like blood's gonna pour down, and he's gonna be like, "I'm Jesus," in prison.
Oh, God.
This is yeah.
I remember a lot of that movie. I think I've seen it once.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I think I'm glad.
Ashton Kutcher's The Butterfly Effect.
Let's not say
Never
Ashton Kutcher. He didn't. I assume.
I mean, like,
He was very prominent in it.
yeah,
Isn't he a director though? Isn't he
I don't
like?
think he was at that point.
he stops sex trafficking.
Hey,
He by himself. No, he actually does. That's like his thing now.
That's pretty cool, actually.
What? By just no, I can't say that. That's not at all sensible when I'm being recorded.
Cut
Yeah,
that, Michael. Cut that.
Continuing on.
Yeah.
yes, no. I know I have wish. I am aware of wish, but I want it to be something that's like
You should wish for the bigger
Important.
penis than long.
that's not important. And also,
Isn't
I don't
it?
really have like a frame of reference, to be honest, as I am.
Well, we've
kind of
established
True.
like larger than a single dimensional plane. So
I mean,
wish for your own dimension.
oh, no. I had an idea, but I also don't want to just throw it away into the
But you
ether.
have to, otherwise
Like-
you'll die and you'll never use it.
I think you should
I mean-
like become a tabaxi again.
I mean, that's kind of like my sort of idea. Yes, I do
Yeah.
want to not be a cannibal anymore, and like, I do want to be a tabaxi again, so that I can see my family
Yeah.
again.
That will 100% will not go wrong at all.
Yeah,
No.
see, this is the thing. I can't just chuck that out into the open and then
You
be
have
like,
to- you have
well,
to word
you
it. You can't
could
just be like,
and do
"Come
it
on, be a
hopefully."
Come on, be a kitty cat.
meow,
So
meow,
turn
meow.
into an actual just house cat.
The wish is just entirely up to the DM's discretion.
I am going to
So-
write a
Unless
full
you're using it to cast a
1,500
spell,
words.
essentially.
If you do that, I will find a loophole.
Okay. I'll write you words, man. I'll do it.
Good.
Get a lawyer for D&D.
Yeah, tight.
But yeah, that's who has the biggest penis. Lol.
I thought we were talking about wish.
We were talking
Yeah, I
We got to-
sidetracked
we got
into
to
wish.
Yeah.
John came back to penises. It's just kind of the way.
Hey, I
It's
mean,
happened.
isn't that the way?
Now we'll go all the way back to, more serious. So,
Yeah.
who are the dominant powers and what is the greatest threat to their rule other than loads of penis?
Well, it would
Which
be.
threatens all of us on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, you can't really separate Lol's penis from the drow as a whole.
You should be able to. Pull out eventually.
No, that's just like the sticky razor. I'm gonna keep ignoring that answer I was about to give.
Yeah.
The strongest power is definitely the dwarfs of Nelthiad.
Mhm.
They are pretty wicked strong. Wicked strong.
Pretty wicked strong.
Wicked hard and wicked strong.
Wicked.
Wicked sick, mate.
Who are the next
like
two or
hint,
three?
hint. Wicked.
It would probably be the Orcs of Walkland. which
Yeah, Hamilton?
no, they are sort of to they're an island continent sort of to the southwest. Very piratey and all of that.
Like an archipelago? Or?
Yeah, they're the biggest island in the archipelago.
It's one of my favorite
Is there any
words.
orc
Love
doctors there called Ian Malcolm?
No, there
I
is
better record.
there is archipelago called the Gold Blooms, which the settlement on there is called Attenborough. But we shall go into that.
Go into that later.
Yeah,
When we go there.
that is a destination I am saving for you guys.
Flora and the fauna.
Probably the biggest settlement or power after that would be the GIFs. GIFFS.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hippos.
Yeah, hippo people.
soldiers. Yeah, I love those.
And they're sort of quite isolated there to the very south on a very large island. But they are the most militant of all of the peoples. Very imperialistic, but they also have black powder.
Let's never go there. Sounds like Bubbles would not have a fun.
No,
Seems very structured.
the gang gets blown up.
But then Silver would discover black powder, right?
Yes, but Silver's shotgun is magical.
But then could you imagine, like, harnessing that for, like, your
Putting
children?
gunpowder inside my own arm.
No, like, the children.
Make them walking sappers.
I hate it.
Yeah. Who says they're already not?
Oh,
Warforged
Magical
cores
one.
have a lot of power in them.
okay.
They don't.
Yeah, why use gunpowder when you've got small thermonuclear reactors inside your chest?
I mean, yeah.
I'm so concerned.
But the biggest threat to all of them is definitely the Drow and Dalga.
Biggest threat is Bubbles.
Well, I mean, it is you guys.
External threat to ourselves.
Yes. The biggest singular.
Singular threat will be the invasion coming from that you guys were witnessing the beginning of, with Mistress Silvara taking the reins.
Which luckily, no one has told Silver about.
Well,
Luckily.
I think
Yeah.
Bubbles is really the only one that truly knows anything.
Bubbles.
Yeah,
And Kiiron.
once again, Bubbles is
Kiiron knows a
hiding
little
stuff
bit.
from the
Oh, I know
group.
very well.
Not hiding.
Yeah, Kiiron knows glancing bits of it.
Yes. Something
Like-
like Vrow doing something more than they used to.
You know there's demons down there, and
Do I?
Yeah,
I've
when
never
you
seen
do it
one.
at the,
you
the
saw
elevator.
them. Also,
Kiiron, we saw a demon in the kitchen.
Boja? Remember Boja falling?
Oh,
And
no,
then
they
you
weren't
saw-
demons. They were.
and then Drydag defeated
Yeah.
the demons up there.
Oh,
You
was it?
saw
The
Oh, no. Oh, did I?
Yeah.
That at the very top?
Yeah.
Because I was at the very bottom.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if I'd
when
seen
when
them.
you walked in, you could see the shadows.
Oh, I saw.
And
I
also
saw shadows.
also your
Demons.
Of demons. Hence,
your thing was attacked. Your caravan was attacked by demons.
Oh, I thought it was by the whatever elves.
No, they were
yes,
prisoners.
demon elves.
Oh, they were prisoners as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
If you go far enough down anywhere, you'll find demons, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Demons are everywhere. They're inside of us all. We fight them every day,
we do.
right?
Preach.
Hallelujah. But yeah, that's that one.
Question mostly for Michael. Where did the original campaign idea and setting come from?
I liked Out of the Abyss, but I didn't like the NPCs, so
Yeah,
I
well,
wanted to have the beginning of being prisoner slaves and basically murder off the NPCs as quickly as possible. That didn't play out because you guys liked them quite a bit.
Well,
So I had to get creative with how I would dispatch of them. And I didn't want to do the whole tour of the Underdark to find a way out. For me, it made sense that there's this one known big entry and exit to the Underworld. Underdark, deep down under. Mate. But yeah, that's where the original idea came from. I tried doing it as a podcast with some people I knew before called Roll 4020. But none of.
That name could be strikingly close to a copyrighted name that already exists.
Well, now, yes. This was like nearly 2 years ago. And yeah, I didn't want to do all of the work by myself, so I stopped it and picked the idea up with you guys.
Yay.
Wow, so we're just the second.
I mean,
The original campaign.
you're better. I didn't know you then. I didn't know any of you then.
Oh, whoa, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's sort of how the progression of time works.
It's relative.
Crazy.
A merch question.
Yep.
Will you ever do body pillows?
Yes.
Yeah, player or character?
Not
Both.
stated, but I would assume both.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Like
flip
Silver's body with my head on it. or vice versa.
God.
If we were going to do that, I reckon the head would have to be swivelly, so you could
It's got something else that swivels.
Hey.
Like a boyfriend pillow, but like upgraded.
A wifey.
Body pillow, so it's getting there, yeah.
No, you get like the boyfriend pillows. Have you seen those?
I can't say I have,
with the
but you
arm.
go ahead
With the
and tell
arm,
us.
you get like
It's
like
like cuddles.
yeah, it's got like an arm.
It's got a big thing hanging
then,
off
like-
it. It's for
No.
cuddle.
And
I'm
then,
like good to it. I'm lonely.
and like half a torso and half like a leg. It looks like so it's like half a
Yeah.
That's
Man.
disgusting.
It's so
What
you
happens to
cuddle
the other
into them
half?
at night. You don't want the rest.
yeah. It's just like
They cut one man in half and each drink.
Yeah, depending on which side of the bed you sleep.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So yeah, well, merch in general.
Yeah, we're working on a few things. Dice, for example, we're working on. Lay. We're going to go. But we're also working on like clothing concepts and things like that because we want to sell shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
So
Patreon.com/something.
Yeah.
GOG podcast.
Patreon.com. Just go on there and just
Yeah.
back someone.
Yeah, find us.
Just give Patreon some money.
Find me in real life and be like, hey, here's $20. You
Legit.
deserve it.
If you want to do that to me, find me.
I take
Desperate
bank
times.
transfer.
I mean, I'd be concerned with what they would want. To
I'm
be
around.
honest.
I wouldn't be.
Never say that.
Hanging out.
I'm just hanging out. Just give me that $20, and I'll be hanging out. Yeah.
Big proper questions. Ooh.
Yeah, huge questions.
What are 5 interstate economic activities that underpin the relationships between the character kingdoms and each of their neighbours?
Who the fuck asked that?
I'll take this one.
There's gold.
This will be on the test. Each of these will be 20% of the
Silver.
overall grade.
Silver.
Each one must be a short paragraph.
Yeah. No, I think I answered this one online as a fucking essay. It took me like 20 minutes to write the response.
Proud of you,
Alright.
Sunshine.
Huh?
Proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Killing it. Right? Okay.
Cool. So like that. Subscribe to Patreon and we'll put on there exclusive content.
No. Okay, so basically, Nalthiad is a massive mining capital. It's also a huge trading port. They have a lot of technology that doesn't exist elsewhere, such as airships, and so
They're a large river city.
no, they're a mountain
what
city.
port?
Airport. Yeah, it's an airport.
All right.
They're airships.
Yes,
Um,
I got that afterwards. I was like, oh yeah, of course. Ships
Whereas Minas Taurus,
You just said Minister.
Minas Taurus,
Minos Taurus.
Minos Taurus.
There goes our monetization.
No, Tolkien. You know
Tolkien is way dead.
when Tolkien died?
No.
Like 96? Like not?
No, it was 1973.
Okay.
1 ring to rule them all, 9 for men, 7 for dwarves, 3 for elves.
Why did you like stick?
I was counting down.
Are you saying that there's a conspiracy behind Tolkien's death?
I'm saying he may be Sauron and he'll be back.
Oh god.
I'm more worried about like Steve Jobs coming back at this point.
I mean,
Have we now switched into a different kind of podcast?
no. No, we're answering the question.
Yes.
It's really important.
It was about monetization. I know. So Minos Taurus is major.
Is that where the cow people are from?
The Minotaurs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a real on the nose name.
I know. Oh,
Do they
mate,
just have
you
like
should
a
see.
giant bell?
Huh?
Do they have just like a giant bell?
I mean, they do now. A massive bell
They
tower.
always need more cowbell.
Instead of like signal flares every once in a while on top of mountains, there's like giant bells.
and they don't have like a big lighthouse because it's situated on the coast.
It's just a bell.
Yeah, it's just a ding, ding, ding.
Because of how good people are at navigating towards sounds
Yeah.
away from sounds.
I didn't say there weren't a lot of shipwrecks around there, okay? But no, they're legitimate traders. They're not pirating like the orcs are. And they are the main traders with the GIF, who they can sort of stand their own against the orcs. So the ships sort of go through that archipelago.
I love that word. Just to
Archipelago.
reiterate, I love it. I think
It's
that's
a good word. It's good. It's good. I can
Excellent.
say it. It's fine.
It's a word that I can make with my mouth.
Yeah, I can mouth it. It's good. But yeah, how many is that? 4?
Well, I mean, I imagine that you've done well.
Yeah. And
That was
then
only 2.
no, there was Nalthiad.
Twice
There
as
was-
many as good things that Bubbles could, Osaka could think up.
I think it's 4 times the amount. And then there is very close to. There's this set of islands. There's about 3 or 4 of them in sort of indentation in the land near Nalthiad and minus Taurus, sort of in between, and it is sort of where all the reptilian people come from.
Isla Sona, Isla Nuba. Get what the other two are called.
No, so one is called Tortuga. I have a whole
Guys, I want to go and meet like an angry Tortolan sea captain. I want to go and meet Jack Tortoise.
But yeah, I mean, birds did descend from dinosaurs, so you know, like he could still be called Jack Sparrow.
Different kind
Silence.
of dinosaurs, but once again, this isn't a science podcast.
I mean, it's magical science. It works.
It's magical science.
Dinosaurs may still be alive. Who knows?
I mean, they probably are.
And
This is now a conspiracy podcast.
I mean, the
love it.
one
Aren't
who
crocodiles
once.
like dinosaurs?
No, in the Gygaxy, in the Gygaxy, like
Oh, okay.
The
sorry.
Gygaxy dinosaurs are dinosaurs.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
dinosaurs.
In real life, crocodiles and Donald Trump are dinosaurs.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Kiwi's got an opinion on American politics.
But probably the Tabaxi have the most interesting relationship with the rest of the world. They are,
Poachers. I
yeah,
remember
poachers.
this.
They hunt
You
loxodon,
killed the-
tusk, and ivory,
You killed
Um,
poachers people.
and they
specifically
sort
your
of
family.
rule the Felis people.
Oh, of
Yes,
course.
Yeah.
yes. I don't know this yet. So.
In a very, we are the bigger versions of you, so we are better. Bow down to us, serfs.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of way.
Of course.
I would never.
I know, because I make you do my shit.
Exactly. And I'm a half elf.
With like an idea.
It's going to be wonderful when you go to meet them.
I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. When do I meet my family?
And they're like,
When you go there,
When you go and find them,
Yeah, well.
do you still have
as a
the no, you don't.
What?
Deed to Bubbleton Keep.
Why?
It got destroyed with your body.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know.
like that wish you can lose.
I'm not gonna lose it. I might die, but I'm
That's
not
what
gonna
you
lose
think.
it.
Huh? What?
I'm using the wish on the next episode, guys. So listen up.
Immediately.
How's everyone been? I'm
Bubbles
gonna use
wants a
my
beer.
wish.
I wish for a beer.
No, she wishes she doesn't have to roll a dice for the next
Yeah,
intro
for
sequence.
I wish for peace.
I'm free.
But yeah, that's. I think I answered that.
That was
I
great.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did the thing.
Like 5 out of 10.
Alright, you answer it.
Just
No,
in
that's not the
general- In
GM.
general, for Michael, it's a 5 out of 10. Or...
Yeah.
Fuckers.
How are the races and cultures different in this world than the standard Forgotten Coast?
Okay, so humans are basically non-existent. They come from another continent, sort of heavily inspired by
You met a
the...
human literally last episode.
There are a few, but they're sort of scorned, and they're outsiders. They're heavily tied to blood magic. Heavily tied to blood magic. And they're sort of like the Akaviri in Elder Scrolls. So they come from another continent. They came across and tried to just sweep across the land, taking control of everything. But
As humans tend to do.
yeah, yeah. And the dwarves managed to unite the remaining free peoples and repel them back, which is why dwarves are in the highest standing in the world. I think I touched on how Gif are quite isolated and insular. Orcs, they're dicks. They're very into. I have another project set in the same world on the go, which is going to be 4 bards in Auckland trying to make it big, and that art form is stand-up comedy, and I'm just nailing down the 4th comic for that. Like literally, I've got a hammer and nails here, and I'm just gonna nail
Yeah,
it.
that's how you get
Nah.
going.
Yeah, but that's gonna be solely based around the city, and yeah, they also none of them have played D&D before, so it's gonna be weird.
I'd say call it the C team, but that's a team.
And yeah, there are a few places which there isn't much contact with the rest of the world, such as Edinburgh and the rest of the Goldblooms, and
Pretty much subhuman over there. So.
no, it's just they don't have much contact with the outside world. Yeah. And the Goldblooms add sort of series of
I
islands.
could say a brand new sentence that no one's ever said before.
Yep.
Let's go to Edinburgh.
Love it.
And yeah, next question.
We're like the elves.
Well, elves are very few. It's there's a whole heap of dark elves underground.
Well, I get that.
Again, I've taken a very heavy sort of Elder Scrolls approach to how I view the elves.
Right,
So-
there's a lot of them
Oh, you
there.
mean fuck elves?
In a way, so the elves, like, I imagine them as quite, well, of course, they're arrogant and all of that, and blah 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 blah. But also, elves as a whole, they were above ground. They were below ground to begin with, so they actually all descend from Drow, and then the ones who went above ground are, in a way, the mutants. They're the variation. And there was a big war, which, no spoilers, so I won't go into that.
I mean, you can.
No, we'll go into that as you unveil it.
Can we just peek behind the curtain a little bit?
Well, okay.
Tell us in detail about the Elvish War.
Yes.
In detail about the Elvish War. Okay,
Third era.
we're in 5th era at the moment, so...
Okay, what happened to the 3rd and 4th eras?
Well, in the 4th era, basically the Emperor was dead, murdered. His name was Uriel Septim, and he,
Sorry, spoilers for the first 10 minutes of the Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
if you haven't played the Elder Scrolls Oblivion by now, fuck you.
If you haven't, you should.
Yes, it's a great game. I mean, it's hard to play now.
There's mods.
Yeah, but is there...
It's been modded into Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's been modded this far.
Of course.
But basically, the mutant elves went above ground and led by some of Lolth's children, and who are gods and goddesses in their own right. And they basically decided they were better and interacted with the races which were sort of just being born out, like dwarves and things like that. Elves are the oldest apart from turtles. And they, over time, they developed to be sort of these harmonious yet arrogant peoples. And bred less because it was, seen as they were watchers, keepers of law, because they lived longer. And then big war happened, and Drow were driven underground.
Then all of a sudden, there's 5 pages missing from this history book.
Yeah, exactly.
What about goblins?
Goblins?
Yeah.
Goblins are
They're
They're goblins. They're sentient for sure.
Yeah.
But
If you look for one, there'll always be one there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You never see them unless you're looking.
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're
Well, I was
everywhere.
looking for
They're
goblins,
literally everywhere,
Yeah.
just doing.
They're like that.
I'm actually trying to drive them out and cockroach child soldiers in their place. Cleaning ducts, ventilation, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're basically every cave you go into, every forest. There's goblins. They have their own villages.
You're up to your knees for a sight. It's pretty low.
But yeah, it was up to my head, really.
Oh, what about the other ones, like halflings and gnomes and stuff?
Halflings are very few. I like to think of them as a mix between humans and dwarves.
Alright.
So very fewer than humans.
Alright, so they're shorter somewhere.
Yeah, they're shorter than humans, way
And
shorter,
dwarves.
and dwarves. Yeah, I mean it's the blood magic thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
If you ever can't explain a question, just blood magic.
Yeah, definitely. No, there were experiments done, and I mean, there could be secret cults, so they're still doing experiments with blood magic to create soldiers for various purposes, or creatures for various purposes.
Yet when I train created soldiers using not blood magic,
It's not okay.
No. There's like a laboratory somewhere where they grow them in test tubes. Alright, and gnomes.
Gnomes. I mean, deep gnomes.
Any others?
Have you met any others?
No, I'm just asking.
No. Deep gnomes seem to be the most common. There aren't any gnomish settlements. The only reason they would not be called deep gnomes is if their families emigrated.
they weren't underground.
Yeah, basically. I like to view, in our world, all of the gnomes are actually from the Underdark.
Yeah, it's just...
It fits in with more of the mythology I had growing up. Of gnomes are based on mining spirits and things like that.
Oh.
And so they're all underground. Sometimes they can be tricksters and things like that, but essentially the three descend into one.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So if they stay above ground, they get a tan and lose
Yeah.
the dark coloration.
Exactly. Yeah.
Racials drop off as your skin tone does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it goes deep, rock, forest.
Yes.
Yeah. Sky gnomes. There are sky dwarves.
Of course.
They are.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
they're the ones who basically pilot the airships.
But
But
so long they were born on. They're like in Space Hulks. They were born there. They
sorta.
die there. They have their kids there.
sorta. There's one clan which is still related to Nelthiad, but there was a huge. There were several clans which split off and
Is there a
are
giant
basically.
dwarven helicarrier up there somewhere?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like what are they called in
Low
Mass
orbit.
Effect? The
What, a relay?
no, the
Reaper?
I don't want to say what I refer to them as because it's not.
Conga, the guys that can't reproduce?
No, not Krogan.
There's only 15 races in Mass Effect. So
Yeah,
you're giving me lots to go on.
it's the ones who have the
Tavi.
face mask. Yeah, Talon?
Her name is Talia.
Her
Yeah.
She is
Yeah,
a
but what?
She's a
It begins with Q.
weird blue
Oh.
quaggoth.
Quarry?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Them. They're basically this subsect of dwarves that
Yep.
split off.
They don't
based
touch the
on them.
ground.
Yeah, they keep going. They
Asari?
take what they need.
No.
Well, it is though because I'm looking at it on the
Oh,
Mass
there you
Effect
go.
wiki.
Oh, is it?
So-
Yes. I don't know.
But they sort of take what they need to keep the ships going, and that's the only time their feet touch the ground.
Talking about airships, shouldn't we have one?
Yeah, you do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just haven't made a name for yourself in Nelfiad yet. It's been 2 days since.
We were given an airship. They all refuse to tell us where it is. We'll do more damage if we can move around faster.
They forgot to tell us.
No, you guys are getting an airship, but it's just you have to make a name for yourself in Nelfiad.
We've made a name for us.
Yeah, we already have
I
one.
mean,
Not
let's be
a good
honest.
name. Not like an airship.
you've been there 2 days,
Yeah.
and you
We've got to
haven't
go
been
to
to
a
the
couple more
surface.
days first.
You haven't been to the surface yet as well.
Yes. I want to go there after the grand opening that we're doing.
Oh yeah,
They'll
definitely.
definitely go fine. We can just skip it and just say it went well, made lots of money.
Oh yeah,
That was in
definitely.
a
definitely.
Yeah. Nothing.
I'll just roll a d20 for how many
Only
people bubbles killed.
thousands of gold we take from it.
No, just how many people bubbles killed that night.
Oh, yeah.
Gets drunk and goes into a rage.
I was inversely proportional to how many people lets in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Bubbles is going to get into the opening though.
Oh, yeah, this is true. Not with leftish on the door. Awkward.
Even though your
Yeah.
room is there,
She just hates
you're
it.
never allowed in here.
There's
But I
one more
live
big-
here.
What are the major geological features that define both the location of your most populous cities and the borders of each of the factions, countries, kingdoms that those cities reside in? And how have these geological features impacted on historic events?
Fuck you.
I was going to ask a question that had nothing to do with all of that just happened.
Okay.
Let's move on.
I have a map. I've posted the map online to that question.
That sounds
Is
actually
it on
relatively
Discord?
interesting.
Discord / probably not Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, it is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, there you go. Message
Just go
Michael
there.
directly on Facebook and he'll send you the link.
Yeah. No, find me on Twitter. It's impossible to find me on Facebook. I'm like a ninja.
It's hard enough for us to find him on Facebook.
Yeah. My name changes constantly on Facebook. Yeah, there is a map. It has been uploaded to various sources, and I will keep posting it until someone retweets it.
5 years later, will someone please retweet this?
I'll just do it daily. And I'm not talking about you bots. Yeah.
So the main geological feature of Delphiad is it's in a mountain, so it's quite high up, so
Yep.
it's good for the sky travel stuff.
Yeah, it's in a series of mountains which so there's a ridge of mountains above it called the Frustenburn Mountains, I believe. Then the
Doctor
and then there are a series of mountains which run down the right hand side of it, or the east of it. Yep, the east.
So the orcs are in an archipelago, so that's good for them doing all the
Piratey stuff.
piratey
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Orky thing.
Oh,
Yeah, orky things.
The
Gish? What is it?
GIF. GIF
Sorry.
are on
Gif
a
are on just
large.
an island.
Yep,
Far
it
away,
has
so they're quite extinct
And
to
give
their stuff.
cut price loxodons that are actually hippopotam.
the hippos, the imperialistic hippos,
Of course they are.
Think Red Coat Britain.
but hippos.
But hippos.
Hippopotami. That's where they came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the Britons and British invaded India? Get the Is there hippopotami in India? Yeah, there is, right?
Not really, it's more elephants.
Elephants, hippopotami.
Then there is the big desert. I forget what it's called. And
Not okay, just big desert.
big desert, big ass desert.
No, it's the desert that nobody talks to because nobody goes there, and nothing's really
The one
important
that-
there, so don't
yeah.
go there.
It's
The one-
sort of
That's the name.
bordering the mountains.
Is that the one that Boja walked across?
Yes.
Big desert in Africa. The Amazon runs through it.
Yeah. It is called the London Desert. Yeah. No, it's not. It's something. But then there's the Great Savannah. Then there is the Great Savannah, which is where Boja comes from, and it borders Bubbleton Keep. And the Luxodon are / were, if there are any left, nomadic people. They sort of travel between 3 points and have a big ass Luxodon graveyard.
Oh, that makes it so much easier.
But quite close to Bubbleton Keep.
Whatever happened to Boja? Because obviously we went to sleep.
Oh, he's gone.
And then
He's lost.
And then
I want to hear
he
what
was gone.
you guys think happened to Boja, because in my head I know exactly what happened.
Lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I honestly thought Databa did something with him because Databa had his talisman thing.
you weren't there. So.
I've got some new company policy. Everything we plan to kill, we actually kill. None of this sighting possibly and calling it a day.
Oh yeah.
Even if this exceeds the one crime scene a day limit, I feel this is, rule 1 of the 3 rules of robotics. Make sure you kill all the things you need to kill properly.
It's like in Zombieland.
And it's
double tap.
And second is do no harm.
and then 3 is you're not allowed to be in more than one crime scene.
And 4 is cardio.
Unless it is in regards to rules 1 and 2.
Bubbles, what do you think happened to Boja?
Yep. I was going with the Lost in the Underdark, sort of wandered off.
Jerry ate him. In werewolf form, one of the first times Jerry transformed and ran off into the darkness. Jerry ate him in the sleep.
And then the rest of the party brought Jerry, the scary werewolf, back to a nicely populated city.
Yeah, they did. They didn't catch on that Jerry actually wolfed out and devoured one of their companions.
I didn't like him, to be fair.
And yeah,
You tore out his eye.
I kept attacking him actually.
Yeah.
No, Love tore out his eye.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Torn.
Well, you hit him in the back of the head because he was stealing Jim.
Oh yes, he was stealing the gold. I saw him, and then I loafed out and attacked him. Yes, this is true.
Do you miss Love?
No.
Are you sure?
Not even for 1 second.
Are you sure?
Especially when I roll those sweet ones, because I still do it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my friends aren't going to die today.
Because I look at you, and when you roll a 1, I'm like, oh, it looks sad.
Let's bring
She
it
looks
back.
sad.
She looks. I think it's today the day. Today the day Love comes back.
Oh no!
Whenever she starts rolling 1s, just roll a dice and then say nothing.
I'll just go odds and evens.
Yeah.
This is another thing that could go wrong with Wish. Oh, I want to be a Tabaxi again. Oh, well, remember when you were lost, a Tabaxi loaf was inside you. And then I don't find out till I roll a 1.
I have a question.
You don't say that you want to go back to that Tabaxi.
Did Love
Become a new
hurt you?
Tabaxi.
Huh?
Did Love hurt?
No, it was like I had to watch as I just tore people up. Oh, God,
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. I mean, like, she never hurt you.
Only those around you.
And Bubbles does that anyway.
Accidentally.
Yeah, so she just has purpose.
Once is an accident.
Wow.
Do you think that Bubbles accidentally harms those around her because deep down she's very similar to Loft?
Oh boy. I hope not.
I'm very confident that Bubbles is doing all of this on purpose. Bubbles is low.
Bubbles is low.
That was a
Canon.
spoiler. But that's all the questions.
Wait, I have another question. What happened to your croc?
You croak.
Your croc, yeah.
He's in the Underdark. Who?
He's still.
My very best friend. He's like a
That you left in the Underdark.
In all fairness, he walked off into the Underdark at level 3 by himself.
Yeah.
Ah.
Don't let friends walk
He's
off
dead.
into the Underdark.
He
Likely did.
He's
The
likely
Jedi is
dead,
doing
but
really well. That's how that works.
he is trained to fight in the Underdark. He is a paladin.
Yeah.
It's trained to fight
Yes.
at 3.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Yeah.
He's like not a chief. What is he?
Yeah.
A lord.
Yeah, he's a lord as well.
Yeah, they all work really well on the Underdark.
Yeah.
They care about those kind of things.
Yeah.
But no, he was a paladin of the ancients, and his whole thing was he fought on the front lines. He actually fought with Eldif's father, I believe.
He was also my very best friend.
Has double
You say
killed
that to
Elder Ship.
everything.
No, but he really.
Eldif is
That rock
dead.
is my
Oh, good.
very
Eldif
best
is the one
friend.
who plummeted to her
Oh, yeah,
death.
yeah. So, yes.
Oh, right.
Huh?
Okay.
We've established that.
He's not on the list.
What?
No.
Just about that paladin that you killed.
Eldith did.
Oh, I didn't kill her.
No.
She fell to her death.
About
But
that
was
paladin
more
that you
Boja's
convinced to kill itself.
No. That was Boja. I was just
Yeah, that was bullshit.
No.
You fucked up with Leftish by telling her about it.
Yeah, because I wanted her to know that her hero was
And we're
dead. I
gonna-
just didn't expect
Yeah,
her
as
to
a
take
coward.
turn.
We're going to fix that one. We'll open a whole new one.
I'm not ready to be a Warforged. I'm not.
How the
Burger.
they're basically subservient to the Drow. They make war machines, and that's what they're really good at. Like some, including Lorazepam. And I don't know if you've listened to the episodes, but there is a bit of exposition at the end of one of them. If you haven't listened to the episodes, go back and listen, you fuckers.
He hasn't listened to the episodes. Why are you here?
Learning about like our money systems and stuff. Not interesting.
So he was actually a tracking system that was used to track ways into Delphiad.
Alright.
And
Like the front gate.
yeah,
Everybody knows about.
yeah, but he was relaying information while he was alive back to Mistress Elvira and the Dalga.
It wasn't really very long in Altheus.
No,
What is Prince Denerol?
yeah, he's a Quaggoth.
Hey, look. Quaggoths are very obvious. Like, it's a Quaggoth.
No, but he got bit in the arm,
Yeah, that's what Quaggoths do.
and then he turned into
He's a
something
Quaggoth.
How much do you
shimmery.
know about... Yeah, it's a shimmery Quaggoth. It's a shiny.
Powerful.
Okay.
He's rare.
One in every 1,024 Quaggoth that you will experience will be shiny, and if you get it with a great ball, you can catch it.
Yeah, I don't believe you guys.
Why not?
I love him so much. I really want him to actually be an elf. I really want that for him.
Oh, you think he's an elf?
Yes.
Yeah.
He does think he's an elf.
And
He's a
he's
Quaggoth. He thinks
wonderful.
he's an elf.
I want
I thought you were going to say something else. I was like, no.
Fuck that
No bubbles. Stop bubbles. I know you have a penis now, but stop.
But yeah, that.
Will you ever use your penis?
Well, I assume Bubbles has bodily function.
I mean, yeah.
Bubbles, where's your
yeah.
exhaust port?
I'm still kind of like figuring my way out around that sort of thing. Never had to like be a hands-on procedure. I still sit down.
I can fit you with a fish.
Anybody else? When I think about you, I cut.
But no.
Myself?
Seriously, will you ever seduce anyone and use your penis?
Well, see,
As
here's the
Bubbles,
thing.
clearly.
I don't think I ever enter into any
Oh my God, just use
conversation.
your wish for another inch. What could go wrong?
I don't think that Bubbles has any sex drive whatsoever. Every person that
Not even with Jim
encountered-
John.
No, it's all very much like I can't wait for this person to be one of the most important people in my life. It should take like 2 seconds, and then and then I kill them and I.
Well, I think you should bang them
Also, if
before you kill them.
If we can just keep one of your friends
Black Widow.
alive for like a quarter of an hour longer, you'll bang him instead of killing them. You know, as a black widow spider, you're meant to bang them before you kill them.
You are laughing at that.
Yeah. No.
Bang them, then eat their heads.
I mean,
I think it's romantic.
I think Bubbles is very largely asexual. I don't think she's interested in banging people.
So's Loaf.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no for me, which is ironic.
That's a
Oh.
It's a floppy no for me. It's a very distinctly floppy no.
You can still put it in there when it's
just-
fluffy.
Oh
Like,
man,
just
nope.
rub it in
now
there.
the hand motions that these two girls are doing makes me think they've never actually seen it.
So just a floppy old
Just-
no.
That's an elephant's trunk.
Otherwise known as a Luxodong.
Deluxo dong.
Oh god.
I have that.
We have enough time for one more question. Alright.
What's with the money?
The money?
Yes, the currency. How much is everything roughly?
What are you after?
Why are you going
Oh, wow.
for serious, Kiiron?
What are you after?
I mean, just like in general. So like,
It depends where you are. If you're
Here
in
we are now.
food from above ground is very expensive. Things like mushrooms and things that can be harvested underground very cheap. You go into Upper Nelthiad, and I just saw a pigeon out that window. And like things like poultry, for example, become cheaper. Whereas things like
The chickens need light to grow.
Yes, that's the thing. I learned that on Orange is the New Black. They need sunlight, or they get
do.
depressed.
Yeah, but like I don't care if my chicken that I'm eating is sad.
No, but then they don't lay eggs because they're depressed.
No, but you can still eat the chicken.
Yeah, but then
without
if you
it laying eggs.
if you eat the chicken without having an egg, then you'll kill all the chickens.
Yeah, but you just
All the
import
chickens
eggs
die.
from upstairs. You make them into chickens.
But then that's like extra money. Whereas if you buy a chicken and then you make it have sex and then lay some eggs and then you've got more chickens
why did the chicken cross the road?
no.
This is a bad joke.
to get away from bubbles.
No.
That's
Ow.
Because there was sunlight on the other side of the road, and chickens need sunlight to grow. You found it out on Orange is the New Black.
I did, yeah.
Spoilers for Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, it's a chicken breeding show.
Yeah, it's
Really weird. There's this weird mid-season cut that goes straight from prison to like Alabama chicken farm.
it's like talking about the yolk, the orange yolk.
And why is it the New Black though? Come on, follow through with your joke.
Because it stabilizes the economy.
What's the black?
Yeah.
It's not racist, right?
No, it's not.
I'm
It was a finance joke.
Wait,
I said it like that. You're fucked. It was finance.
Bananas.
Finance.
I have
put the wrong essence on the wrong syllable.
I have one more question.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
So if we were a nuclear family, right? What are your guys' roles? And what do you see yourselves as being? Because I've got it in my mind what I think you all are. I just want to share.
Okay, well, how about you tell us first?
No. You guys will just agree with me. I promise. It's just so
Okay,
correct.
so what do you want us to do?
Like a nuclear family, right? Mom, dad, brother, sister.
Okay.
Weird uncle.
right.
I'm weird uncle.
Oh yeah,
You're the
okay.
DM, you don't count.
We're not invited to the family picnic.
I think I
You
would
get to sit up in the sky deciding whether it rains or not.
I think I would be like the small child, like finger painting, like but on the walls, like not on paper, just like wandering the
My one
house.
of me would be the two gay dads, just trying to make a living for our family.
See,
Why our two, slightly autistic daughters rock around town just racking up bills for us to pay.
I see Kiiron as being the mum. 100%.
Yeah, that's because I'm in the
definite-
kitchen all the time.
Oh, hey, this is where we draw the line on jokes.
We come home and we're like, oh, this is what we did today. And you're like,
Hey,
oh
what
my
did you guys
god.
do today, kid? Well, there was a body.
We
Big
both
pile of
did.
crack.
That's nice. Did you eat? Yes, I'll make you dinner.
I
That's a shitty
actually
mum.
thought you meant in person, not by D&D characters.
No, I think you'd be like the older brother because you're telling me what to do, and I'm like, yeah.
He's trying to convince you to commit a crime.
Brother's so cool.
In saying that, I once convinced my older sister to lay under the cushions of the couch while I jumped on her arm and broke it.
Why?
Why would, like, you wanted to break yourself?
I did it first.
Why?
I did it first. Because it was funny to jump on someone who's under the cushion.
I mean, to be fair, it does sound fucking hilarious.
It was.
Let's do it.
I was like 6 or 7.
Alright.
Rational thought hadn't developed. I was literally in it for, like, the lols, and the YOLOs.
Oh, was it for the lol?
Yeah.
Kiiron,
Yeah.
do you think that you will ever make, like, a proper friend? In like, obviously the game. Like, Kiiron. I mean,
When
because,
Kiiron
like,
meets another Minotaur, I'm making a
I mean, because he's quite, like, straight cut and, like, a lot of people, like, find him quite, like, off-putting.
Wow.
I love
Like,
you.
no, like, trying to, like, talk to you can be quite difficult.
He shuts conversation down to
Yeah.
The bare
bare
bones.
bones,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
Yeah.
difficult, it's efficient.
do you, yeah.
Do you want a friend?
I mean, not Bubbles, right? I mean,
Bubbles will grow you a friend in a magic pot plant.
No, that friend's for me. I need one.
just like
And
a
I
herb
can
plant.
make you a friend, I suppose.
I don't know. You're on, like, the list of potential possibilities of maybe being a friend.
Me?
I mean, just in general. You're relatively low down on the list, everyone.
Like,
I don't know you that well.
You might get a first interview, like a Skype interview.
Yeah, I'll take
Not
it.
not in person, obviously, but
Yeah.
like a Skype interview.
Obviously.
Yeah. Then you send your
Depends,
CV
brother.
and then you do the info person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
one last question for Kiiron.
Alright.
How does Kiiron feel about cows?
They're cows.
Cool. Good. So he'd eat a steak.
Yes.
Good. I may have some fan art being worked on. That's Kiiron cooking a steak.
Yeah.
It's not fan art, it's slash fic. Very good enough.
No, I don't care.
I mean, it's not sentient.
I mean, it's not true sentience.
Sorry, I mean, it's
Yeah.
different. I mean, animals are definitely sentient.
It's not human
not-
sentience.
Yeah, not
I don't-
Kiiron sentient.
yeah.
So if I could make a cow human level sentient,
You would be a fucking genius. Please do.
I am. I've got 22.
No, I
cognitive
mean
intelligence.
you.
Oh yeah, I can totally strap a speaker to a cow and make someone.
Microwave to it.
Yeah, everything's better with gamma radiation.
If you type in boobs backward
I'm gonna go the Hulk route. I'm just gonna start bombarding things with microwave radiation.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that how Mad Cow got developed? And that is the end of our episode. If you liked it, send us in more questions. We'll do it another time. If you didn't, fuck you. I love you.
Beautiful. Fuck you,
But you've been find out what happens next week.
I mean, on more questions? I hope not.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Find out what happened last week. Next
last
week on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hey!
Hey! That made sense, right?
Hey guys, it's me, Michael Sharpe, your favourite DM to have in your ears at certain times of the day and to always have in your heart. I just thought I'd come here and let you know if you want to reach out and talk to us, you can. You can hit us up on Twitter. Our handle there is podcastgog, or Instagram, and it's at Guardians of the Galaxy there. And if you want, you can head over to our Patreon, and for as little as $2 a month, yeah, you heard me, $2 a month, you can get some exclusive content. However, that's not always possible. I know, money can be tight. Trust me, I know. But there are ways you can help. I heard you asking. I heard it. I heard, how can we help the Guardians of the Galaxy? Well, you can head up to iTunes and give us a 5-star review. This helps us reach so many new listeners as we climb through the ranks. Or if you really want to, force someone to listen and then both give a 5-star review, as a captive audience is our favorite kind of audience.